Hey everybody, and welcome back to Snap Free Performance. So, in this episode, we have a question for you: Is the LS craze coming to an end? I've had a collection of small block Chevy engines, just conventional '60s and '70s small blocks, laying around for years and years. Nobody had any interest in these things. Everybody wanted an LS one or a 5.3 or a 6 liter, right? All of a sudden, the last month or two, I've gotten people banging my door down for these engines that have just been laying around. I never really thought about selling them. I really just had them because I knew that they were, I saved them because I knew they were good running engines. But, these things are, one of them's a crate engine that came out of Courtney's 55 Chevy. The other one is a good running engine that we knew we had that came out of a pickup truck that I had bought years ago. So I didn't really have to do too much to them. The one out of the pickup truck was bored. It was completely redone, the valve guides and all that stuff. And I believe the guy I got the car from because the thing ran beautiful. It didn't smoke. It had no issues at all. Nice and quiet. So there's no reason to doubt what he had told me. So that one's going. And let me just turn this around real quick and I'll show you what we're doing. So this engine here, this one's out of Courtney's 55. This is, it's a 350. It's got a 305 balancer, but nobody really cares. It's going in my buddy's 78, I think it's a 78 or 79 Camaro. He's putting this thing together. Maybe it's even an 80s Camaro, just putting together for his wife. He wants to have fun. The engine that's in it just crapped out. I think the cam went flat. So this one here, we know runs good. We ran it. This is actually the engine that we ran in the video with wrenching with Kenny. And after he saw the video, he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing with that engine?" So here it is. It's all cleaned up, painted, all new seals, all that good stuff. So that one's going to get picked up. And we got this engine here. This one is out of I had built a 93 Chevy pickup for a guy years and years ago. Anyhow, he wrecked it. He went off the road, wrecked it. This engine was a real good running engine. It's been bored. The heads were all redone. New guides, new seals, new springs, blah, blah, blah. I don't really know how many miles he put on it. I didn't really care at the time because I knew what I had done to it. It was, the engine had been done before I got it, but I knew it was done. So I wasn't concerned about miles because honestly, I thought I'd just use the block for something one day. But anyhow, this other guy wants to buy this engine for a 78 or 79 Camaro also. Happens to be a friend of the guy buying the other engine. So went through this one. We're going to fire it up here in a little bit. But what's kind of cool now is it kind of sparked an interest with Sean, and he wants to go through and do a rebuild on this engine and put it into our dump truck. So we built that 366 that's supposed to go into the 72 C30 dump truck. It's already got a 350 in it. Just so happens, another buddy of mine wants to buy that engine as is. Doesn't want me to clean it, doesn't want me to do anything to it. He just needs to put it into a 69 or 70 C10 that he's got just so he can move it around. He wants to be able to move the truck without having to push it and jerk around. So it's a real, I'm selling the engine out of that truck for $600. It's a real simple deal. I'm not touching it. I'm pulling it out and giving it to him. So we're going to put this engine together, right? Sean wants to go through and do just a re-ring job. We're going to take it apart. This came out of my dad's 84 Grand National. We know nothing about this engine except that it ran. I don't know. I can't tell you it ran good. I can't tell you it ran bad because I never drove it down the road, but it didn't smoke. It didn't knock. It didn't have any of those issues. But I personally can't sell something to somebody that I didn't at least take down the road once. Unless I built it from scratch and I knew it was good. I just can't do that. I don't care if it's $400 or $4,000. I just don't, I won't sell a piece of shit to somebody. So anyhow, Sean wants to go through this. If it needs rings, it'll get rings. It's definitely gonna get all new bearings and gaskets. If it needs it. Maybe it won't even need bearings, I don't know. It's really clean. This thing sat forever, right? Look at the headers, they rotted off. We cut them off with a Sawzall. But I mean, for what it's worth, like for something that sat for maybe 15, 20 years, like the block's relatively clean. Everything's clean. The freeze-out plugs are all there. Like look at the header on this side, gone, right? So who knows what we're gonna find inside? I've never had the valve covers off. Maybe this thing, I don't know, maybe this was a crate engine too. The thing ran really good. I actually bought the Grand National from a buddy of mine who drove the heck out of this thing 20 years ago. So I was in this car when this thing ran 20 years ago. But like I said, it's been sitting. We want to make sure it's good. We want to make sure it runs and drives. And Sean's all about taking it apart. He's built some engines with me, but he's never done anything himself from scratch.
Never done my own.
Never done your own. I'm not going to leave him hanging with this thing. We're going to definitely work on it together, right? This is still going to be a team effort. I'm going to show him the basics again, just to make sure he's doing 100% right with all the, the rear main seal, the bearings, check everything out, torque and everything. Like there's still going to be supervision on this, but we're going to put the whole thing together. It's going to be super, super stock. To be honest with you, it'll probably even get a stock GM cam. I have a cam and lifters that have a super low mile engine. If this one's wiped out, which I have a suspicion that it is, but we'll see where it's at. We're going to do, we're going to check the rings. We might ball hone it. This is going to be a simple build. We'll put it in the dump truck. We'll see how it runs. And this one's going to go up for sale too. And hopefully we can use the money from that to fund installing the 366 and getting the correct motor mounts, the exhaust. I need to get some money together to get that big block in that truck for like simple things. Like I said, radiator, motor mounts. I need to get exhaust, things like that are different, different for the big block than the small block swap. So that's it. I thought we'd just give you a little heads up, and then we'll get started on this thing here at some point soon, and we'll see what Sean can do with this thing.